Hello, this is Jeff Reed with carnivorerots.com, and I'd like to share a few thoughts with you about sugar. And I'm going to tell you just straight out, right at the beginning of this video, sugar is poison. It will kill you. It causes heart disease, and let me explain how that happens. When you eat sugar, it inflames the delicate lining of your coronary arteries, and your body will then send a repair team to the injured site, and that includes cholesterol, which does not cause heart disease, by the way. It's the sugar. And so your body sends a repair team, including cholesterol, and over time, every time you eat sugar, you have sugar in your diet, you're damaging your coronary arteries, and over time, plaques build up. But cholesterol is the innocent bystander in the group. It's there to help heal the damage that sugar has done. And but it is not the culprit in heart disease. Sugar is. Sugar causes metabolic syndrome. Sugar causes obesity. Sugar causes dental cavities. And sugar, it will kill you. It is a deadly food-like drug that is in our food chain. It's in our food supply, rather. And it's as bad for you as sugar is like tobacco. The sugar industry has done exactly what the tobacco industry did decades ago. They have purposefully hidden the dangers of their products from the public in the name of profit. The sugar producers of the world know that their product causes disease, serious disease in humans, and they know that their product kills, but they don't care because of the money. They see dollar signs and they don't care who they hurt or who they kill as long as the money keeps rolling in. And I'm going to share just a little bit of my story with sugar. I can remember one of my first childhood memories that's really clear is my parents were doing yard work, and I was sitting out in the yard watching them do their work. And I was probably 3 or 4 years old at the time. And as I watched them do the yard work, I was enjoying a can of Coke. And I was probably a 4-year-old kid, but my sugar addiction was alive and well that young. And when I was a very young child, my father would bring home various candy bars. When he came home from work, he would bring me a candy bar, and I'm pretty sure that it's not made anymore, but I seem to remember a candy bar named Munch that I really enjoyed at that young age. And I'm not sure I'm remembering that correctly or not, but at any rate, Dad always had a candy bar for me when he came home from work. And when my grandfather would visit, he would take me to the store, to the convenience store that wasn't far from where we lived at the time. And he would let me buy 5, 6, 7 candy bars, whatever I wanted. And, and of course I ate them one right after the other until I couldn't eat anymore because I was beginning to feel sick. And, when holidays like Easter and Christmas came around, it was always about the sweets for me. I mean, yes, the gifts were wonderful. The the celebration was wonderful, but it was about the sweets. I love the candy. I love the cookies. I loved all of the sweet stuff that was associated with those holidays like Halloween and Easter and Christmas. And, I loved trick-or-treating. What child doesn't? Because of the candy involved. You get you get to pig out on candy when you get home. And my sugar addiction continued into my adult life. And I remember a time when I was eating my diet. I tried several different diets over several years, but at one time in my younger days, I was eating bread and low-fat ice cream. That seriously was my diet. And I didn't eat just the ice cream. My body was so starved for protein that it caused tremendous sugar cravings. And I ate brownies, I ate candy, I ate all kinds of crap. But, and it just continued. I always ate a lot of sweets. And, I don't remember exactly when I discovered them, but I can tell you stories about Bon Appetit pastries. Oh, they are to die for. They are so sweet and so good. And I just love the whole experience of eating them. And when I discovered them, when I moved up to Alaska from Texas, I thought, well, no more Bon Appetit pastries for me. But I found a convenience store on the east side of Anchorage that sold them. So, it was a wonderful reunion with a favorite sweet food. And I lived in Alaska for 12 years. And it was later in my time there that I discovered this convenience store. But when I would come back to Texas, I would always buy Bon Appetit pastries. And don't even get me started on Little Debbie treats. I loved Little Debbie's. And it was not unusual at all for me to eat two or three packages of them and then wash it down with a huge bottle of Mountain Dew. But I've also been known to eat an entire carton of Little Debbie treats and wash it down with an enormous bottle, liter bottle of Mountain Dew. And my sugar consumption was just insane. And of course, it caused significant problems for me. I gained a lot of weight. There was a time around 2008 that I weighed close to 300 pounds. And I weigh, about 235-ish now probably. But, I was pushing 300 pounds and I was in extremely tight size 44 jeans that I crammed myself into when I had to go out of the house. But if I'd had to buy new jeans, they would have been 46s, maybe 48s to be comfortable. Because I was cramming myself into those size 44s. And, but anyway, suffice it to say that I have suffered all of my life since I was very young from a severe sugar addiction, and the only thing that puts it into remission is the carnivore diet that I'm eating now, which is 100% sugar-free. I now consume zero sugar. None at all. And I've gotten the artificial sweeteners out of my life as well. Nothing sweet. Just meat, eggs, well, sometimes eggs because I don't do very well with them, but meat and full-fat dairy products, My favorite of which is butter. I eat a lot of butter on my hamburger patties, and I need to remember it on my steaks. But I eat it all the time on hamburger patties, and it's wonderful. But anyway, um, sugar is an addictive poison. It stimulates the same pathways in the brain that cocaine does. It is an extremely addictive food-like drug that the sugar companies know is addictive. They want you to eat their product, just like the tobacco companies want you to smoke their cigarettes. They know it's going to hurt you. They know it's going to damage your health, but they don't care. They know it's going to eventually kill you, but they do not care because of the money. The money, the money, the money. Sugar is an extremely lucrative product, but it's one that you have got to get out of your life if you want to be healthy. Sugar has no place in a healthy diet, not even as a treat. Because remember, every time you eat sugar, you are damaging your coronary arteries and you are contributing to the process of heart disease. And the number one best way that you can protect yourself against heart disease is to get sugar out of your diet permanently. And that includes fruit, because the sugar doesn't matter. It will damage your heart. It will damage your coronary arteries. But the fructose from sugar is a different matter in a way, because it's digested by your body differently. It goes to the liver to be processed, but it's still not something that you want or need in your diet. Just meat, full fat dairy products, and if you can handle them, if you do okay with them, eggs, then you can eat eggs. But get the sugar out of your life. It causes heart disease. Again, it causes obesity. It causes metabolic syndrome. And it causes diabetes. You've got to get it out of your life.